What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Simply Reefing here. This episode is gonna probably cover a whole lot that's been going on with both of the tanks. First off, I want to thank all my subscribers out there. Hit 500 subscribers, so pretty happy about that. Again, do want to thank everyone who has supported the channel, and you guys just keep on going there. So first things first, there's been quite a bit of changes in the tank as far as coral placement goes. I did lose a couple pieces up here at the top of the rocks, and I've since moved my Montipore there. It's been not doing so well, but you know, just gonna work on the tank here. It is still in its infancy. Another thing, tank hit 1 year as of last month. So this is about 1 year's worth of work right now. Still got a couple more years to go. And we will keep on going with this tank here. Actually, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll know that there is a new build in works to go ahead and give these guys some room, probably their final home for a long time. So this 75-gallon tank is gonna be replaced by a 150-gallon aquarium that will actually be built by Exotic Aquariums. They have done quite a bit of the big show tanks that you guys are well known for seeing there. I believe they are doing worldwide corals. They've also done Jason Fox tanks, and and they also did Rico's aquariums tank for him there too. So pretty sure if these guys trust using them and their work that they do, pretty certain that they will actually do some good work for my tank here also. So that should be coming here within the next month or two. Hopefully we'll get that in installed pretty quick. Again, that's going to be a fun plan to go ahead and move everything out of this whole system, rocks, sand, the corals, the fish, over to the new tank and getting that all up and running. See here, got the XR15s, replaced the Hydra 26s with these. I think I'm going to attribute some of what I got going on to the fact that I threw a whole brand new light on here. Hopefully we will get that, well actually hopefully we'll get these corals back on track and up and working as they should, or actually up and running as they should and growing. But here goes the tank here, side on shot. Don't mind the glass, it's dirty. It's actually just got spots on it. Just got to clean it off. Some of the fish are freaking out. But a couple new things I did get while I was at Tidal Gardens. Here is this raspberry shortcake aquapora. Also I got this Satosa here from Rico, and got a couple other pieces. This guy right here. It's actually a little different than most of the other pieces like this. It actually has a couple dark spots down the middle, or actually, yeah, down the mouth and everything. So pick that up, and hopefully we'll get that growing and doing like it should. My banana locani is doing well. Got it in some good light again, because I got the new lights on here. There were some things that just did not like that drastic of a change. I ran the lights a lot lower than normal. Not sure if that attributed to what's going on, but we are doing everything we can to get everything back up and working here. So down here in the sump, I don't know if you guys can see it, but calcium reactor's still going. Got everything hooked up here. New addition that you guys probably are not aware of is I did throw on my calc reactor from Two Little Fishies. I've been playing around with keeping the pH up in this tank. It has been notoriously low with everything that I have done. As you can see, the tube that is right here tube that's right there is actually going outside, so pulling fresh air into the skimmer, and that still didn't keep it at where I would like for it to be. Right now with this calcium reactor on here, or actually the calc wasser on here, I'm running at about 7.8 to 7.9, sometimes about 8, depending on how much I put in there. I usually top it off every time I do a fill up on this, and just put a couple teaspoons in there. Another thing I'm running is some amino acids by Red Sea. Reason I'm running the amino acids at this moment here is I do not feed a whole lot to this tank. Even though the auto feed is on here, it goes on twice. Feeding it twice a day. So, you know, I try to keep nutrients manageable in this system as much as I possibly can. You know, it is what it is. So at some point the tank's going to find its equilibrium and things will actually pan out and work well for this. So let me go ahead and take you guys over to the lagoon and show you what's going on there. And that should be it for this tank here, man, until I go ahead and get that new system up. All right, and here goes the lagoon. So first thing I want to point out to you guys here is this beautiful black widow bubble tip anemone that I got from Frost Corals. That thing is doing awesome. Hopefully I can get a couple pieces of that to split out. And one of the reasons is, as you can see, I redid the whole tank. Took some corals out, moved some things around, got the stony corals up front. I put my echinata back in here, and this little guy in the back, this Lobo here, I also got from Rico when I was up in Ohio. So that piece is coming along pretty well. I turned the whites on so you guys can get better color on everything that's in here. There's a little top down. You guys can see what's going on in there. So really what I got going on is still got my euphyllias all to the left. I got the softies on the right hand side. I'm still debating on if I'm going to keep these Recordias in here or move them over to the Pico tank. The Cephastrias, this guy here in front has been with me for quite a while, and just recently got this rainbow piece here, seeing what it's going to do. Now my bicolor hammer isn't doing too well. I'm not sure what's going on there. I may go ahead and dip it, see if there's any pest on it, get rid of those things. The endo is doing nice. A couple of the other pieces that I have no name. I know this is like a peach pink frog spawn. We got a bicolor one here. All the stuff that I had in here when I first set up the tank and started the Euphilia garden in the tank is in here. Excuse me. Bumping stuff around. So this tank's doing great and it is chugging along. Like I said, hopefully I can get both of these anemones to split and offer up some more babies here. Again, here goes another top down. See if I can get a better shot on this. These go through their little phases where they're nice and bubbly, they get nice and stringy, but all in all, they're doing well. Got the candy canes in the back. Sea cucumbers trying to hide out, tucked off like a little ball. And all in all, man, the tank's doing well. One thing I didn't end up doing, if you guys know, I had the new Psyche light on this tank, and I've since taken it off. I've since taken that light off of this tank. Couple reasons why. If you can see here, I got light on both sides, substantial amount of light, which is good. There is still a little bit of a beam, but not as much as the new Psyche. That was one of my concerns when I was looking at it while I was doing some reviews on it here, and I found that the cone, it had a really narrow cone of light, and that was going to cause a lot of problems with the corals. Actually, it did cause some problems with the Euphyllias here, especially that toxic green one right here, that's fog spawn. It did cause some problems with it, and it was causing it to kind of shrink up pretty bad. Ever since putting the Hydra 26 back on here, or at least the Hydra 26 on here, everything's fluffed up. It's pretty much adapted back to the lighting again. Again, changing the lights, changing all these things around isn't good for the coral all the time, but I needed something that wasn't going to shoot a beam of light down into the tank. Not to say it wasn't a good light. It was an okay light for its price point and things like that. I'm pretty sure that if this tank was much deeper, it would have performed much better. But since it is a shallow tank, that cone was just a spotlight on the corals, even at a lower intensity. I could tell, especially when the blues and UVs were on, that it shot a cone of light straight down into the tank. Not bad if you got a deep tank, but definitely not good if you got a shallow tank, unless you are trying to grow an SPS directly in the middle and you need to blast it with light. I'd say go for it. Won't work on here, tank's too shallow for that. Hopefully one day maybe I get a cube, get something taller, and I can shoot light all the way down in the tank. But who knows what the future holds. So for right now, the Hydra 26 is going to be on this tank, and that's just going to keep chugging along. So I'm going to try to keep this video here as short as possible, and hopefully I covered everything that I can about both of the tanks and what's going on and what's next. Got one more show that I'm going to be heading out to this year, and that is going to be MACNA 2019. That's going to be in Orlando. Hope to see you guys there. Until next time, you guys stay safe, happy reefing, enjoy your tanks, do all that you can with them, because you never know what's going to happen. Peace.